Hello YouTube friends, thanks so much for joining me. I am doing this video on how to make a resin art, but I also want to show you the last one that I made, how it came out. If you like it, you can look at the video that I did a video on this one, and I am really happy with how it turned out. It's one of my favorite. I need to make sure my hands are clean. Here's how it turned out. I don't know if you can see it. Let's do it this way. Yeah, you can see it now. It is just beautiful. And I'm so excited to tell you guys, I'm not sure if I said that in the last video, but I sold 2 pieces. And I also got a new computer, so hopefully this sound is gonna be better. I want to remind you guys that I got the 2 dogs, so they might start barking. Hopefully not. But this one is so beautiful. Unfortunately, the image does not do any justice. One of the buyers from one of my pieces said to send a message through Etsy. I sold it through Etsy, saying that she was astonished when she saw it. She couldn't believe how nice it looked, that he actually looked better in person than he did over the pictures. I'm using Stone Coat, my favorite resin, and as a matter of fact, I just ordered some more, and I love how they send it to me because it's so well packaged. They put these things on it, see, and I saved those as well because when I ship the pictures, I want to make sure it's really well packaged so it's protected. I want to go over this again with you guys. I cannot emphasize how much you have to make sure you mix the resin. It says 3 to 5 minutes. I always do 5 minutes just to be safe. Once I do the 5 minutes, I put it in I should have probably have put the color in before, but I didn't thought about that today for some reason. I didn't think about that today for some reason, so I didn't do it. So with that being said, I am gonna be running this video a little bit longer than I would like to, but if you're watching and you don't want to watch the whole thing, you can always move it forward. It's easy to do. It's not hard at all. See, if you don't want to watch all this mixing and going over the colors. I just like to go over the colors in detail because, like, when I was first learning this, I would really love to know the color so that I could buy the exactly color. So I want to go over the colors with you guys. And then, of course, I got to spread some of these. I am going to do a little test today on this first color. I'm using Color Obsession, Neptune Blue, that one. And I'm mixing this, Pacific Blue. There's nothing that say that you cannot. Oh, I just messed it all up. I put all the stick in the resin before. Oh, no. I'm going to have to do a lot more cleaning. The reason being is that you should not put your stick in the resin when you are doing this. So which that means I'm gonna have to use double stick for every single one of them. How about that? And I don't have the toothpick unless, otherwise I would probably use that. I hope that's gonna be enough blue. So, yep, that's the, sorry guys. I guess I'm having one of those days, you know. Some days it's just not the best days. But it's all right. We make the best out of it. So here's the deal too. Oh, this is a pretty color. So it's going to be even prettier with the little sparkles. I love sparkles. So I'm just going to pour right on it, just a little bit to give a little sparkling. Okay, let's see how that turns out. Oh wow. Interesting. Not quite what I expected, but I don't know. Seemed like it's kind of odd. I guess I would not do the sparkling with this blue again. It's not bad, but it can barely see the sparkling. I guess with the sparkling, you have to use just that. You cannot use anything with it. I just found that out. Also, you guys should see how I get messy with these. You guys should use double gloves. Wow, look at this color. I don't even know this color. I bought online a bunch of different colors and it came out like all together with different interesting. It came out all together and it didn't have a name on them, so I'm not sure what color this is. Sometimes I do these things. I see something online and I like it, then I just buy it. And then I don't know what it is, so hopefully I don't like it too much so that I don't want to buy it again, because I probably would not have to be able to buy it again. Oh, actually I might, because I bought it on Amazon. So I probably can go back and figure out what it is. So if one of you guys really love this color, which, yeah, it's very beautiful, but I don't know. I probably would not buy this. There's so many different colors that you guys can buy that make life easy. This is kind of like a pinkish, reddish with a little metal looking to it. It's kind of very different. I think it's gonna be pretty with the combination, but I would probably not buy it again. I'm a little picky about colors, but I also, if I already bought it, I gotta use it, you know. I don't like wasting. I'm one of those person. I found a stick, so I'm gonna use a stick on this one. This one is called Obsession Bermuda Blue. It's a very dark blue, but it turns out pretty. I want to make sure when you put the colors in, you don't want to put too much, because if you use too much color, it causes it to marshmallow on you. So you put in, you can always add some more, but you cannot take it out. So you want to make sure that you put in, if you're not so sure, you keep adding. Like this color Obsession there, I love their paste, because look, I just put a tiny bit and it's very solid. If you want a little bit more see-through, you can just put a little bit less, and you got to be careful not to put too much so it doesn't get marshmallow on you. This buzzing that you guys are hearing, it's my cell phone, because I'm kind of busy. I just put a video, as a matter of fact, I started doing a video on one of my listings, and I'm about to create a new page where I'm gonna advertise my listings. So I did the video because I wanted to try it out, see how it would come out. So sorry for you guys that I'm mixing things up right now, but I will promise you that I will fix that as soon as possible. This next color I'm using is Epoxy Pigment by Artizu Raspberry. There it is. It's such a pretty red, and it doesn't need a lot either. Let me see. It's very pretty. Very, very pretty. I had it for a while. I have used in many different pieces. As a matter of fact, one of the ones that I sold, yay, had this color on it. Yeah, so that's why I'm using again. Maybe I'll sell this one again, you know? Maybe it's my lucky color, who knows? So I'm using that color again. Now, when you mix it for a little bit. Then when you go use it, mix a little bit more. But you have to make sure you mix it well. These colors can never mix in too much, you know. So you want to make sure that they are all really mixed well so that they don't get problem setting. Now, so this one is good. Let me close this one up and clean. I like to, as I go, you have to make sure you have an alcohol 91%. And you can buy those at Walmart, Publix, whatever you go in a grocery store. But you want to make sure you have that so that you can clean up your stuff. I hate my things dirty. So as I go, and of course you always make a mess. There's no way to do resin without a mess. It's part of resin art. So you always wipe it like this. See, you wipe your containers before you store them, and just be careful not to wipe out the name of the paint, because you still can use it. Doesn't really matter. I mean, I guess I like it cleaned, and I messed it up when I was taking out, like right there. So it's clean now. But I like to use and clean as I go, because this way you will keep up with it. And also put it aside, because you're gonna need your space to work. Every time you do an art, you want to make sure that you separate some of the things that you're gonna need like last minute. Now the next color is my favorite. Everybody knows, maroon gold. I have to buy more of these because I'm running out of them. It's such a pretty gold. I cannot get enough of this gold. So you don't need much. And put these aside. You have to start, because this is a powder. I usually like to put on my colors before I mix them, but today I had a little brain problem, so I forgot to put all my colors in first. That's why it's taking me longer. I'm so sorry, guys, but it is what it is. I forgot. I'm sorry. So here's the gold. Yeah, the camera does not justify this gold. This gold is just amazing. Unfortunately, it doesn't show in the camera. But when it dries too, you see clearly the line of the gold. Is so pretty. And I always end up putting too much. Now you have to be careful with when you use this gold, because it will take over your whole painting. So you have to be, when you use it, don't put too much, and you can always add some more. Like I keep saying, you cannot take away. Now you can always add some more. Now this one I am a little scared of, because this is my white from no, what is this from? Sorry, Stone Cold. Now this is that fabulous white. I mean, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna make it even a little bit more. This is such a great white. However, I got it. Somebody told me, I forgot her name, I think it was Stephanie, told me to put into a container that would work out well. But I guess I'm not using as much as I should be using. So I put in a container, but it dried out. So we'll see how it works. Okay. I think it's still gonna be all right. We'll see. So this is that white. It's just the base white from Stone Cold. I don't have the container that it came in, because I put into that little, which is actually a great idea. Thanks, Stephanie, for the idea. Just a little bottle, because the first one that I bought, it just dried out on me, so I couldn't even use it. So it was frustrating. All right, so now I got glitter everywhere, but it's all right. Let me just throw this glove away. So I did a little bit different this time. I'm sorry, I'm not sure if you can hear when I step away, but I did a little bit different this time. The last time, I think I'm gonna use all this clear because it's a big piece. Yep, I am gonna use this clear. But the last time, usually I do 2 gloves, and then I just keep one off until I mix this up and while I'm mixing the colors. But I noticed that a lot of times I get the ink on the gloves and I get my piece all messed up. This particular one, I'm not really concerned about it because I'm not gonna have a specific clear or white space. Oh, another thing that I need to tell you guys, how I prep my canvas. I prep my canvas by painting it. Wow, interesting color. Okay, anyway, so I prep it by painting it white with a roller most of the time, I should say. Sometimes I use a spray can, but most of the time I just roll white paint flat, simple on it. And with that, I never had any problems with the prepping. I hear people saying that they had problem when they did the resin. Never had it. So I do, however, if I feel like it needs 2 coats of painting, then I do 2 coats. If I feel like it needs 3, I do 3. Most likely at least 1. Oh gosh, I just realized that I have my mouse right by my work. Ooh, you don't want that. The resin will stick to literally everything. Another thing that you guys may want to think about is when you are working with resin, you may want to buy a apron, because I cannot tell you how many shirts I have destroyed. And I started using this, always the same shirt for the work, because now I pretty much had to throw away a bunch of shirts because I had resins everywhere. So now I bought this apron that I'm wearing right now. Hopefully it will work where I'm not gonna get resin on it. Or actually I can have resin on it but without too much damage. It's just an apron, so it's not a big deal, and I can always wear over and over again, and hopefully I can just wash it and be able to do it. Okay, now I'm glad I had all that clear because it was probably just enough. It's really a lot. I'm gonna step by there and turn off my AC. Hold on one second. Sorry guys. And the reason I'm turning off my AC, I actually didn't turn off, I just turned it higher so it wouldn't be blowing on it. For some reason the AC blows in dust particles, and it's literally like so tiny you can barely see it, but it messes up everywhere. So once you spread that, you can just either clean your gloves or just take it off. I think I'm gonna just take it off. Oh, actually no, it's cleaning, so I thought it would be cleaning. Once you put the first layer in, you should probably warm it up to get the resin out. And you want to use something to protect your gun. I mean, my gun is old, but you can barely tell how old it is. I should probably try to fix this. This gets hot so fast. There you go. Mine is starting to get smelly because I touched the resin with it and it stick to it and just burn. See at the bottom there? See right there? I need to buy another one of that piece only. And honestly, I don't have any idea where I buy it. Because it stinks when it starts burning the little tip with my thing away. So now I have to figure out what am I going to do. And I am not sure exactly what I want to do. I'm just going to pour in and see. I'm going to start with the red today. The red brought me luck, so I'm going to start with it. And I'm going to be doing a little bit more, like right there. Okay. Now, these little red things I use over and over again. I bought them at Amazon as well. And I clean them with alcohol. Oh, just wasted a bunch falling off of the... Oh boy. The problem when you stay too long without doing this is that when you start doing it again, you like, almost like you're new to it. And it's been a while. Like I told you in the other video, I just had to go to Brazil and had so much stuff going on. Leave that. When you do a little bit like this and like there with the white, it looks pretty cool. The effect that you have, it's like you were deep in the ocean sometimes. Okay, now I'm gonna do that color that's unusual. So I'm gonna try that color on top of my other red. It's like a strawberry color. And last but not least, my little gold, which I'm just gonna do a little tiny bit of gold right now. And then I am going to put some gold at the end. But I don't want to put too much gold right now. So once you do that, you warm it up again so that there you go. You get the heat on. There goes my phone again. Hold on just 1 second, guys. Okay. Um, Now the next step will be to do some work on it. And there's different ways of doing work on it. I like to do it where I can just put, see the tile? I'm gonna be doing some, put over here. I'm gonna be doing some coasters. So I'm just gonna put the tile over there and then put these things on top of the tile. There's different ways of doing this. I wanna do this way for right now to start with. And then I'm going to do the change. Okay. So I'm gonna do on one side. See that when you do it this way, you get a lot of cells. It gets so pretty. Now I want this blue, and if you touch like on top of it, you have to make sure that the paper is touching the color. So now I want the blue going over the red. See? Then you put that blue first. And the slower you go, the easier it will be for you to get cells. Okay. Now I want to push that red to the other side, because I want to bring this blue, as a matter of fact, on top of the light blue and on top of the red. And then I want to move that red on top of the white. Now this part in here, I want just those. So I want to move that way. Of course you can okay. I like that. Now I want to do something in this area there. I gotta be careful. When you need a smaller part, you can just cut the, because I want to move that blue on top of these. There you go. Now, let me see. Let me see what else I want to do. I love doing this technique just because, there you go, just because it gets so many cells. So this is kind of like turning out to be a very unique piece so far. And of course, I'm gonna be moving it with the heat as well. So I want to put something like right there and something like right there. So I'm gonna have to start with the blue so that it does have and it probably in here, right here too. And probably run this way too. Okay, then I want to do, so that's gonna be spread over that way and this way. So let's see how that, it's having a little reaction right there as if I had overheated. I may have to turn this down a little bit. Very odd. Like right there is weird. Right there too. It's like the color is thinning. So I'm definitely gonna have to do a second coat on this piece. Just because of right there. So maybe I can try to see if I can, so pretty though. But I don't want to mess it up because this part is so beautiful. And it's not setting. I don't understand why it's doing that. But it's like right there needs a second coat. And it looks like you will need a second coat. So, I think I'm gonna leave it alone. And then just work on a second coat. I think it's because of how it's pushed in. So let me get the bubbles out. And then when I do the second coat, it would be just a clear coat to get. For some reason, This looks like it's gonna need a second coat already. Normally they don't need it, but this one for some reason it's gonna need. I already know. I don't know why. Maybe I needed to do more than I can remember how many times I oh, actually, you know what? Let me put a little bit more gold. I can definitely use a little bit more gold. Oh, I see. Maybe it's that thing that I used. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Now let me just clear up the gold from the bubbles. I mean the bubbles from the gold. It is beautiful, guys. But I think I got a lot of ink. Let me see one thing in here. Oh yeah. Wow, you see? Oh no. I got way too much in the middle, and that was the problem. So here's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to put some coasters underneath it, and that hopefully is gonna bring it out to the sides, because it's sinking in the middle. This is a very big canvas. I guess it's not one of the best quality canvas. That's probably why it's causing that. So here's what I'm gonna do. Oh wow, this is not fun. All right, that's okay. We'll figure it out. If anything, I always can do a second coat, but I want to lift the middle. And one way of lifting the middle is by putting coasters. You can see this is. You can put coasters in the middle, and that will lift. And I do not recommend using that what is that called again? The glitter together, because what happened was it caused a bunch of little things on it. You see, that's not fun. I don't like that. Well, it is what it is. So here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna have it settled, then I'll show it to you guys how it's settled, and then we'll just have to redo it, do a top coat. So we'll see. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate. Please subscribe to the channel. If you are interested in one of my pieces, just send me a message or go to my link on my Etsy page. Thank you, guys.